Have you ever felt that sinking feeling of guilt over how much time you spend scrolling? Like, you open your phone for just a second, and suddenly, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, just vanish into a digital void? And all that is left is that uncomfortable pit in your stomach telling you, I should have been doing something productive. And then you go online, and everyone is giving you the same old advice. Delete your social media apps. Go cold turkey. That's the only way to get your life back. Well, I'm here to tell you the complete opposite. Don't delete your social media apps. Seriously, keep them. Because the real problem isn't the apps themselves. It's not TikTok, it's not Instagram, and it's not even that app you're most embarrassed about. It's how we use them. And today, I want to share the simple but powerful mindset shift that completely changed the way I interact with social media. I did it without quitting, without deleting anything, and without pretending the internet is some kind of evil enemy to be defeated. It's about being conscious, not about being perfect. We usually blame social media for almost everything wrong. It's addictive, it ruins attention spans, it's toxic, it's fake. And yes, all those things can be true to a certain extent. But here's the simple truth I realized after months of personal frustration. Social media is a tool. And I like to think of the email inbox analogy. Your email is a tool. It's essential for your work, for communicating with family, and for receiving important documents. It is designed to help you to be efficient and connected. But what happens if you leave it open all day? It doesn't matter how great the email tool is. If you check it every 3 minutes, if you let notifications constantly pull your attention, it becomes a massive distraction. It stops being a tool for productivity and starts being a tool for interruption. We don't delete our email to solve the problem. We change how we interact with it. With the smartphone and social media, it's the same. It can be a camera to document your travels, a library to learn a new skill, or a portal to build your business. Or it can slowly drain you. And most of the time, we are not tired because social media exists. We are exhausted because we use it on autopilot, like a program reflex, like a digital zombie. We open the app the moment we get bored. We scroll when we want to avoid a difficult task, like paying bills or starting that project. We look for those tiny rapid drops of dopamine because it's infinitely easier than sitting down and doing something meaningful that requires effort. We are operating from reaction, not from choice. But the moment you practice awareness, real, simple, honest awareness, everything, absolutely everything starts to change. And it's not about relying on brute willpower. It's about simply witnessing what you are doing. Now, let's talk about the actual shift. It sounds so simple, it's almost silly. Yet, it holds tremendous power. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Stop using social media to avoid your life. Start using it to support the life you actually want. That's the core. You're not banning anything. You're just redefining the purpose. To put this into practice, every single time I pick up my phone now, I ask myself one tiny question. The most important question you will ask yourself this week: why am I opening this right now? I don't ask it in a heavy, deep, or judgmental way. It's just a little quick check in. a 2-second pause between the impulse and the action. And trust me, that 2-second pause is enough to break the automatic scrolling loop. Most days, the answer is perfectly innocent and healthy. I want to relax for a little bit. I need some inspiration for dinner. I want to check on my friends' travel photos. I want to learn something quick about topic X. And if the reason is intentional and makes sense, I browse, I scroll. But if the answer is, I have no idea, I'm just bored, or I'm avoiding starting work, I close the app immediately. No guilt, no shame, just awareness. You are acting as a gatekeeper of your time, not a slave to your feed. If you've made this mindset shift, it's time for action. We're not deleting anything, we're just getting smarter. Here are 4 practical strategies you can apply today. 1. Curate your feed intentionally. Your feed is your mental environment. It shapes your mind, affects your mood, and dictates what you consider normal, whether you notice it or not. So instead of letting it be a dumping ground for random, shallow content, make it work for you. Instead of following content that keeps you in a state of numbness, subtle envy, or simply bores you, follow people and accounts that genuinely make you excited about life. If your goal is to start hiking, follow hikers who show you the beauty of the outdoors. If you want to learn photography, follow photographers who give you ideas. If you want to travel more, follow travelers who inspire real routes, not just perfect 5-second clips. If you want to cook, follow people who cook real, nourishing meals, not just weird viral recipe hacks. When your feed becomes an engine of inspiration instead of a distraction machine, you don't feel drained after scrolling. You feel energized. You feel ready to do something. This single step of cleaning your feed can redefine your entire relationship with social media. It's like cleaning your home, it gives you space to breathe. 2. Replace mindless scrolling with intentional browsing. Here's something that helped me immensely. When I open Instagram, YouTube, or even LinkedIn, I give myself a purpose, a mission. It's not a strict rule, it's just a vibe or a focus. For example, before opening the app, I tell myself, I'm here to get 3 ideas for my next creative project video. I'm here to find motivation to move my body today. Only 3 minutes of workout videos. I'm here to see if person X uploaded that tutorial they promised. And you will be surprised. Your brain, which loves goals, follows that intention. You stop being a passive consumer and start being an active explorer. You're looking for something, not just waiting for something to land on you. If you don't find what you're looking for in 5 minutes, you close the app. Mission accomplished. Or mission failed. Move on to the next task. 3. Set simple limits, not punishments. I am terrible with timers. I don't like the idea of an app telling me I failed my time limit. I don't block apps, but I do give myself boundaries that feel realistic and that honor the space in my life. Think of them as free zones. I won't scroll in bed at night. The bed is for sleeping and a private activity. I won't open TikTok or YouTube during meals. Mealtime is for savoring food and conversation. I'll check Instagram twice today, once at noon and once in the evening, instead of 10 times. The goal here isn't perfection or becoming a digital monk. The point is to create a space for your hobbies, space for your goals, space for creative boredom, and space for your actual non digital life. These small limits give you back the freedom you previously ceded to the scroll. 4. Let social media inspire real action. This one is my favorite, and it's the one that makes you feel like you're actually winning. Whenever I see something cool online, a hike, a recipe, a workout video, a DIY project, I try to let it inspire actual movement in my life. Inspiration without action becomes noise and, frankly, frustration. You feel worthless because you see everyone else doing great things while you just watch them. But inspiration that pushes you to try something, that's where social media becomes a powerful tool, not a distraction. If I see a beautiful trail, I save it and actually go next weekend. If I see a recipe, I try it that same week. If I see a productivity idea, I experiment with it for 7 days. Suddenly, social media becomes this huge library of possibilities, and you feel less like a passive observer watching everyone else's life and more like an active participant in your own. We come to the core issue, the most important truth. We don't feel bad after scrolling because scrolling is evil. We feel bad because deep down, we realize we traded our most valuable resource, our time, for absolutely nothing of lasting value. It's a terrible investment. But when you scroll intentionally, even just for a little while, your time starts to feel yours again. You start to feel more in control. And that's what this whole video is about. You don't need to delete your apps. You don't need to disappear from the internet. You don't need to treat social media like a toxic entity that must be eradicated. You just need to be aware of what you're doing with your minutes. Because your minutes, your hours, make your life. And trust me, you don't want to miss the jump, the quiet moments, or the simple joy happening right in front of you. That's the real currency. If you want to try this without overthinking it, and without the pressure of changing your whole life today, here's a tiny challenge that takes zero effort and just a bit of honesty. For the next 7 days, before opening any social media app, ask yourself, why am I opening this? Just that. You don't have to track anything. You don't have to change your habits immediately. You don't have to unfollow anyone. Just ask the question. And I promise you, you'll be shocked at how much power and space that one question gives you. It grants you a choice, something you didn't have before. Social media isn't the enemy. Boredom isn't the enemy. Your phone isn't the enemy. Lack of awareness is. And the moment you bring even a little awareness into your scrolling, you stop being controlled by your apps and you start using them in a way that actually feels good, creative, and intentional. So don't delete your apps. Don't punish yourself. Just choose to be present.